Hey guys, Super Bowl is done. Hope you guys tailed us. If you didn't, it's okay. It only means that you can use this promo code we got for you. So if you use the code MONEY3, that's MONEY 3, you will receive a $250 risk-free bet on your first bet on the Action 24/7 Sportsbook. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. Let's get to it.
Okay. We're here. We're back. The Super Bowl is over. It's 3 for the money. New episodes every Friday. And we're here. We're back. It's the show.
What are we?
We're 3 for the money.
And
It's February.
we're here and we're back.
We're here and we're back.
Try to set you up so well.
Well, that's fine. Anyway,
Nobody knows what's going on. There's no more football.
yeah.
What are we supposed to
The world is in shambles.
Yeah, I'm not quite in withdrawals just yet, but I am fearful for the imminent withdrawal that comes with Sunday. So, but yeah, the Super Bowl's over. Interesting game. Great game.
It was
honestly.
a great game.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
Had a great time. If you tailed me, I think it went like 9-2.
Yeah, you did pretty well.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I also shout out to you. I
Yeah.
threw a smidge. Well, listen, listen.
Sorry, didn't mean to
Trying
be
to
hostile.
pump your tires here.
Sorry, didn't mean to be hostile.
I threw a smidge on Sky Moore anytime touchdown, and didn't think it would hit, but it hit.
See, I'm proud. I'm glad I could help you.
Mhm.
I just wish I had taken that
Yeah.
because I had Sky Moore first touchdown.
Yeah.
Because I had like 5 long shots. I was like, if one of these hits, I'll be ecstatic.
Yeah.
None of them hit. None of them were even close.
Yeah.
The one I thought was definitely going to hit was Kelsey Sanders touchdown parlay. I think Miles Sanders touched the ball 4 times.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
It pissed me off. Anyway,
Other than sort of like running back woes for the Eagles, like their O-line still kicked ass.
yeah.
Like those like 4th and inches or like 4th and short plays.
Was the QB sneak?
Unstoppable.
They should have ran that every play.
Which is why Jalen Hurts' over rushing attempts hit so easily.
And yards.
And yards.
They would get like 5 a pop just on those. I remember we were sitting there. I forget when in the game it was, but you had both attempts and yards, and you asked me like, how many does he have? And I was like, I feel like he's not that close. Like, I don't know. I can't remember how many like runs he's had.
And then I was like, oh, he has 15.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he's already gone over his attempts, and he's like 10 away in yards.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, they sneak it every other drive for like 5 yards.
I had the Eagles, and I said that I would be glad if they lost, but shout out to A.J. Brown for this reason only. He cashed 3 of my bets at the same time. He cashed it on that, like, what was it, like a 49, 45,
Like 45 something.
45 and a half yard
something like
touchdown. He cashed his over receiving yards. He cashed his longest catch of the game. He cashed longest touchdown
that. Mm-hmm.
over 39 and a half yards. 3 cash, 1 play. Incredible rush.
How
Incredible.
what was his receiving yards?
72 and a half.
He had 73. Well, I guess he had 40.
Well,
on
that
the
was his
play,
line.
but- Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
I
Like
think he ended up with 91.
that's kind of surprising to me because other than that touchdown, I can't remember.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't really get the ball that
I
much.
can't remember a single pass he caught.
Yeah.
Obviously he did, but I just can't. I didn't know he hit his receiving yards over. That's good.
Yep.
I just had anytime touchdown, which that was.
Yeah, I
nice.
should have taken that as well, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why
That
I
was
didn't.
plus money.
Yeah,
was like
I don't-
plus 120.
That's what I think. It seemed a little fishy to me. I was like, this
I got to be honest. When A.J. Brown caught that touchdown, I got really depressed for like 5 minutes. I got like really depressed for like 5 minutes.
If I hadn't bet on him to score, I probably would have too.
I was too drunk.
I didn't bet on him to score, but it was just like, what are we doing, man? I was very depressed, and also like the Chiefs were down,
Yeah,
and but that was still like relatively early in the game.
that was
That was like late first quarter.
I
Or
was
early
gonna say that
second quarter.
was.
I think that was second quarter.
Yeah.
Like later second quarter.
Wasn't that the Eagles' second touchdown?
I feel like it was.
It might have been. That I have no idea.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been a long time since then.
It has.
It's been
But-
like 4 days.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
I also had a catch that cashed 3 bets. It was that Dallas Goedert catch that went in for review that cashed Dallas Goedert's over in receiving and Jalen Hurts' over in passing yards and in pass completions. And so I hit that.
Good for you.
That was the only Eagles prop bet that I took that didn't hit. I took his under passing yards. But
He slang that thing, man.
yeah, I was actually surprised.
He played it incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the game was awesome. It was such a good game,
Hmm.
and it was lining up to be one of the best Super Bowls ever. And then it just
Yeah,
hit the brakes.
Mhm.
Like,
that was.
there's no doubt. Like, the call was what it was. It was a hold.
I
It's a hold.
guess, Yeah.
It's over. But for a game to end like that is just such. It's just like,
Just let it play out.
yeah. Just let's see what happens.
Like, who cares? Like, if you missed a call like that, I don't think anybody would be like, "How could you not see that?"
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't blatant. He
Yeah.
didn't like drag him to the ground.
Oh, I know, but
I
mean,
I had Chiefs money line, and I was even like, "This doesn't feel right."
That's when I got sad.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't thrilled. I mean, I wasn't like depressed because I was like, "Well, still won," but
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't want to win this way."
I very much took winning that way.
I mean-
Everybody at the viewing party that we were at was pretty bummed that it ended that way. It was very hard for me to keep my excitement because everyone's just like, "Oh man, that's
It's just such
So-
a shitty way to end. That's so
I don't know.
good.
Yeah, like
It's like watching the Super Bowl is it. It is the final football we
Mhm.
get until September.
Mhm.
And it's like watching a really good movie. This season was awesome. This was a great season, but it's like watching a really good movie and the ending just fucking sucks.
Mhm.
And you're like, I don't like that movie
part of
because
me.
the ending sucks.
If part of me, I thought about this. I've been thinking about this. Part of me, like, would not have been sad. Like, if if that call hadn't happened, Chiefs kick a field goal, Eagles get the ball back, go down, win the game. That would have been an all-time football moment.
Yeah.
for sure."
I would not have
Would
been
have been
sad
great.
that I lost Chiefs money line on that.
I would have been sad.
I wouldn't have, because that's like we just witnessed an incredible football moment.
Yeah.
You
I've
just
been-
witnessed history.
Yeah, I've been like, you know what? That it happens.
Yeah.
But the football fan in me would have just been like, this is the best.
Yeah. Every Super Bowl is history, but definitely
I guess.
some are definitely more memorable than others.
Mhm.
Some for good reasons and some for bad.
But
Yeah.
oh well.
Oh
What
well.
did we learn?
Awesome game. Other than that,
We need to talk about,
Oh, our buddy.
one of our friends. I forget what the exact odds were, but he had
I think it was plus 450.
plus 450 any field goal to hit off the upright. And then he told us that as Butker was walking out for that first field goal. We were like, oh,
hey.
this could be cool. I was sitting right next to him. That thing started to go to the left, and I was just like, dude, and it hit. And the whole
The
place
whole room
erupted.
went insane.
It was
All-time gambling moment.
It was
ever.
awesome. I was so happy for him.
Yeah.
Ended up not being happy later because I had over 3.5 field goals and it ended at 3.
Mhm.
But I was happy for him. So that's what it's all about. It's just having fun with the boys.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you remember those hits,
I was
those
like-
long
Yeah.
shot bets that
Yeah, I was
happened.
like,
You remember those for
if
the rest
I
of your life.
if that ball had like barely missed the upright, he would remember that for ages.
Yeah.
But but like if I had won that bet, I'm like, all right, cool. I still lost money on the Super Bowl. Who cares?
Mhm.
So I'm happy for him. Shout out.
Shout out our friend Ryan. But yeah, hits like that, man, you remember them for the rest of your life. I remember, early in my sports betting career, the Chiefs Niners Super Bowl when it wasn't quite as legal as it is now.
It was very much illegal.
It was legal, just there wasn't a legal
Not
way.
where we live.
There wasn't a legal way to do it.
That
It
means
was-
it's illegal.
Well,
It was
The-
illegal in the state of
it's
Tennessee.
semantics.
The
Anyway.
law was in place, but they hadn't set up the means yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Semantics. Anyway, I had bet that the Gatorade color dumped on the winning coach would be orange. And wouldn't you know? Andy Reid covered in orange Gatorade. Best hit of my life. I still remember that to this day.
Do you guys remember your first bet that you ever placed?
Yes.
I remember yours. Do you remember yours?
Yeah,
What was it?
I've told you mine before.
I'm sure you have. I just
You
don't-
said it was gross.
What was it?
It was the first week of November. The Dallas Cowboys are playing the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football. I have lost all the bets up until Sunday Night Football. I had the under in that game.
Oh, this was your first. Okay.
First win.
Okay.
My first win
Was
was an under. And I told you that one time, and
I-
you were like, that's gross.
I mean, I feel that same way right now. So I don't doubt that I don't remember that, but I don't doubt that I said that.
Yeah. I remember when that happened, and I was like, that feels like a bad omen.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
I wonder why I ended up with the worst record on the show.
Because you bet an under for your first bet.
Yeah.
The gambling gods don't forget.
Chasing that dragon ever since.
Yeah, my first bet and my first win, fortunate enough, was Colorado Avalanche playing the Florida Panthers in Florida. Colorado was dogs, and this was before Florida was like really good.
They're pretty good.
They
were
had
very,
good players,
Yeah, they just had to
but
put it
they were
together.
still not good.
Yeah.
And Avalanche were like,
They were dogs. They were plus 125 or something. Like
yeah, something like that. And I was just like, I got to take this.
that. I
And
took
then-
it too.
Yeah. You helped me place it.
We watched it together.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
Overtime winner.
Yeah. And that was electric.
Like-
And Sean came down or came out of his room and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I placed a sports bet." And you were like, "What? You're Will.
Well-
You don't do that."
You're such a you're such a frivolous individual.
Frugal.
Frugal. I was just
Yeah,
saying
sorry.
that's the opposite
Yeah,
of
so-
what you
yeah.
were.
Yeah.
You're such a frugal individual that I thought you may never spend pointless money on anything.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
That
Here we
game-
are.
That game rocked though because I remember Colorado came from a 2-goal deficit twice in that game.
Yeah.
They were down 2-0, and I think like 4-2 or something like that.
Mhm.
That game rocked. Overtime
Yeah.
winner Nate McKinnon, bar down. I'll never forget that.
It was
little
incredible.
Bardowski action.
Little bar down ski. Will Snipe Selly boys.
Little upstairs action where the mama keeps the cookies. All right, I'm gonna stop talking like that.
No, that's funny though.
What was your first bet, Chris?
Oh,
Please.
I'll never forget. It was the greatest.
I think we've talked about it on the show before.
have we the
Yeah.
Chiefs Rams Monday Night Football.
How about you just tell it again?
Yeah, I mean it's the greatest football game ever played.
Truth.
Over, which
It's an awesome
But-
game.
if I had to go back, like if I was betting now and I saw it, I probably would bet the under because it was like 63.5 or something like that. Before I knew, like that is a shit ton of points
Mhm.
in an NFL, like an unheard of amount of points in an NFL game. But my non-gambling brain was like, oh, that's like 30 a pop, easy. And then they ended up breaking 100.
Yeah, 104.
Like they were, I think it was like 33 to 30 or something at halftime, or something. Like they were like a touchdown away from the over at halftime. I was like, oh, this.
That game rocked.
I was like, gambling's easy.
You came home. You came home from work, and I was sitting in the living room, and you sat down in the chair, and you were like, you got your laptop out, and you were like, I'm placing my first bet tonight.
Yep.
I'm signing up for sports book right now. Yeah.
An offshore account.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Somewhere in Sweden or Switzerland or
Nah,
one
I
of
don't
those
think it had a.
European countries or something.
I don't know if it had an actual country, but
Yeah. Probably in some pirate ship in the international waters or something.
whatever. They took my money. They took a lot more of my money than I took of theirs.
Yeah.
But no, that was the best. It's just like this is this is easy. And then I proceeded to lose like almost every other bet I made after that.
Life's all about learning,
Hey man, it happens.
and life is gambling.
It took me like 2 years to get somewhat decent at this.
Happens.
It does.
Happens. Well, that was the Super Bowl, I guess. Time to get on to other sports, I guess.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Football is done.
We're in the dark times now.
Mm-hmm.
But not too dark. Because you know what I've been getting into?
What?
College basketball.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah?
much fun.
This week. Yeah, on Monday, I started betting college basketball.
Tell me about it.
Well, I am 7-2 right now, and I think I'm going the way that my current bets are going. I could be 11-3
Like
Throughout the week?
lifetime or tonight?
throughout the week.
Oh, okay.
College basketball rocks.
It's the
It is
most.
so I think it's broken.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's a cheat code.
it's the most electric sport
Yes.
to bet on, in my opinion.
Yes. Chris and I had Providence money line last night.
Tuesday night.
Yes, Tuesday night.
Just so
What-
the people know.
Tuesday night. Electric.
Double overtime winner
Electric.
against Creighton. That's
We were in the group chat chatting with the boys. It's like, I said, hey, is Providence money line the play plus money at home? And we started talking it out, and everybody jumped on board.
one by one. He was
One
like,
by
you know
one.
what? I'll take it.
I'll take it. I'll put some on that. Double overtime winner. Never felt a rush like that.
College especially Big East basketball. Big East Tuesday night had 2 games going to double overtime.
One was good.
That's been, one
One
was
was
good,
bad
one was
for you.
bad. Yeah, fucking DePaul. Get to double overtime, you don't score a point. A point in double overtime. So up to like 11:30, sweating that, and they just get spanked in double overtime.
But that's the thrill
That
of
is-
college basketball.
It's
Is that
unmatched.
yes. I mean, you have a winner like Providence where it's just like yes. And then you have DePaul. It's just like I wanna,
DePaul.
it's like I want to die. Makes you rethink life.
Kind
Little
of
bit.
does, yeah.
But
College basketball will do that.
Yeah.
But this is, I mean, we're just gearing up. March is right around the corner.
Yeah.
yeah. NBA is about to go into the All-Star break, which Chris, you had a thing I think you wanted to talk
Well,
about.
I was going to say, I think we should talk about the trade deadline before we get into all that.
Okay, you
because-
guys can talk about that.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, that's pretty big, KD and Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I thought it was wild. Like, the Suns are now the second best, second highest odds, however you want to phrase that, to win the title.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Just
Are they plus 425?
25, I think, something like that. And that, I mean, it changes, but yeah, something in that area.
yeah, it's
That's
kind of wild. I mean, it it speaks volumes about about the Celtics because they're really number one.
Yeah, they're still 325.
And
They're really good.
They're just the Celtics are just a great team, and they're not a super team by
They got like great players,
have
but
great
yeah,
players.
it's not like
but they don't
yeah.
they don't have like a super team that has like KD and Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
Well, I mean, the super team kind of mentality. I mean, I'm not an NBA guy, but just from like an outside perspective, doesn't seem like it's really ever worked. The Heat got 2 titles. The Heat got 2 titles with their big 3, and that felt like underachieving.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the Celtics got 1 with their, I guess you would say, original big 3 with Garnett, Allen, and Pierce. After that, like how many big 3s have won? Like the Warriors, obviously, but that was a borderline all-star team.
Yeah.
So, but like how many big 3s have won a title? Or at least like lived up to expectations, I should say, because when you have like a core big 3, I feel like the expectation is more than one championship.
Oh, okay.
I see what you're saying.
So I mean the Bucks. I mean that year they just steamrolled everyone. They had Giannis. Middleton was really good.
Yeah.
But I mean he wasn't a household name.
Yeah.
And like
He was after that.
He was after that, yes. And then like fucking like Drew Holiday, like
I think Drew Holiday.
He's good, but like if you look at those 3, it's like what? And they were the best team in the league almost like the entire year.
Yeah.
So we'll see how I guess Booker and KD do, and I guess if you want to throw Chris Paul into a big 3, I still don't think they're going to win a title.
Yeah, it's I think when you think about like the big 3, with when teams get a big 3 or whatever, it's a lot of personality.
Well, that too, yeah.
It's a lot of sometimes people forget that when you're the best in your hometown and then you go to college and you're the best at your college, and you go to the NBA, everyone was that guy.
Yeah.
Everyone in the NBA was the best in their hometown.
And usually the best on their college team.
Yeah.
Everyone who is in the NBA right now was the guy from middle school till college.
Yeah.
Like almost all of them. And then you have to be like, sometimes you're like, all right, well, you're a role player now.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah. And, for a lot of people, that's tough to swallow. And personalities butt heads. I mean, like Kobe and Shaq,
Yeah.
They if they would have stuck together, they probably would have won like 11 titles.
Probably.
It was just, they just could not share the ball. There's only one ball. But
who do you think is... Well, actually, let me pose this question. Do you think Kyrie stays with the Mavs after his deal is done?
Well, if we learned anything from Kyrie, no.
It's fair.
Hasn't he like not played that much?
Like 2 games.
Yeah.
Well, out of like a possible like 3, I guess. But
I thought it was more than that. Well, okay, I don't know.
3 or 4. Like it's not like a lot.
Yeah.
I think the night he got traded, they had a game, so obviously he wasn't going to play in that.
Yeah.
He's played in 2, I think, as of recording.
I don't know. But if we've learned anything from his history in the league, he just stays with a team for like a year or 2, and then he's just like, hey, I want out, and then he gets traded or he goes to free agency.
I saw a thing, and now I just saw this on like First Take. I didn't see like a context or anything, but the way it was posed on First Take made it sound like Kyrie was saying, I'm still trying to mentally recover from being in Brooklyn.
What does that mean?
And I'm like, okay, bud, first of all, you hardly played.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. 2, that team was good. Like, you made the Eastern Conference Finals, or semifinals, whatever it was, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Like, mentally recover.
Probably
Shut the
Ben
hell
Simmons,
up.
dumbass.
Well, Ben Simmons is a bitch. So, if you had to come out and said, I'm trying to mentally recover from being Ben Simmons' teammate, I'm like, you know what? I get that. I respect you.
You know what? Yeah, that's
But like, yeah, I'm just trying to recover from being part of a super team.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel real bad for you, you son of a bitch. But I mean, it really doesn't shock me.
Yeah. But like it it also kind of intrigues me a little bit just because like he Luca finally has someone to play with,
Yeah,
you know? And when I had this thought today, and this is not a common thought that people have, but if you look at MJ and why people think he is the greatest, if you take away like the titles and stuff, people were afraid of him.
Yeah.
People were afraid of Michael Jordan.
Mhm.
He could drop 50 any night.
Mhm.
He could have dropped it every night if he wanted.
Yeah.
He would literally go into games, I think I'm going to drop 50 tonight. And
I've
then,
decided to drop 50.
yeah. And people were afraid of him.
Because he would like make up stories in
Yeah.
his
About
head that
that
weren't
guy who played
true.
for the Bullets.
Yeah.
Who was like nice game Mikey or something
Yeah.
like that. And he dropped 40 on
It's
his
like, I
head.
took that personally.
Yeah, it's like, well, that never happened.
Yeah, I know.
That guy's a psychopath.
He's the best.
Yeah,
He's
phenomenal
awesome.
basketball player.
And
Opposite.
so, if you look at the players in the league right now, you know, people say LeBron is the greatest of all time. And I think that is a fair argument to
It's
have.
fair.
I don't think it's out of left field at all. But if you look at Luca is like that dude could drop 50 every night if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He is so much better than everyone else.
The one thing I know about the NBA is that I know Luka puts that team on his back.
Yeah, because, I mean,
That's all they have.
there was a game, I forget who they played.
He is their big three.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a game, I forgot who they were playing. I think he had 52. The Mavs lost, and they had scored 104.
Yeah.
He scored half their points.
Yeah.
That's literal video game numbers.
It's
And they lost. So, I mean, I just feel bad for. I don't feel bad. I shouldn't say that. But every other player who's on that team now, I mean, they're just gonna be doing cardio for the next however many months.
Mhm.
Because I mean, you have two of the most ball dominant guys in the league on the same team.
Yeah.
So, but
we'll see where that goes. It's I think it is interesting.
do you think either of them, Phoenix or Dallas, will make the Western Conference Finals?
I feel like one of them's gotta.
They could both do it.
That would be wild.
That'd
If
be
they both.
really-
I mean, they could. Yes,
They could
They-
both do it.
they could. But I don't think that would be wild though if they did.
Mhm.
Katie and Kyrie are like, "Hey, man,
Hey, what's up?
we were right."
That might be when I'm like, I get it.
What do you mean?
I get like how you're still trying to mentally recover of getting out of Brooklyn. You make the
Again,
Western
they were
Conference-
still
I know.
really good.
I know. I'm messing around.
I
But
know, yeah.
all I know about the NBA is that the All-Star break is coming up.
Mhm.
Chris, I think you had an opinion to share. I don't know if it's opinion, hot
It's
take.
it shouldn't be a hot take. Well, it might be a hot take.
Is it a statement?
I will
Are
say
you-
right
are you-
now.
Are you stating something?
I'll say right now.
'Kay.
The NBA dunk contest used to be awesome. It used to be some of like the best names, best athletes,
Mm-hmm.
just balling out, having fun. It's a joke now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have the odds for the dunk contest winner brought to you by Action 24/7.
Shout out.
Let me just go through the names real quick. I know we're not huge NBA guys.
Okay, I am.
But I just want.
I know little to nothing about the NBA, so let's
like,
do this.
if it's like a dunk contest, you'd think you would have at least like
Mhm.
heard of a few
Mhm.
guys.
Let's
Okay.
do this. Best odds.
Best odds to win, plus 160. Jericho Sims.
Okay, I'm gonna play a game with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess what team they're on.
I'll have to look that
Oh,
up. As we- I know who one of. Actually, I know one, and you will never guess it.
Okay.
So Jericho Sims. Guess who he plays for right now? I'm gonna look it up as you guess.
Jericho Sims. Okay.
Is it the Heat?
No.
Did you find it?
Portland Trailblazers.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
Knicks.
Sacramento Kings.
Knicks.
Knicks.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Number 2 plus 225. Kenyon Martin. I've heard of him. I do not remember who he plays for. Off the top of my
The
head.
Jazz.
Maybe. Hold on. I know who he is. Like. So he plays for the Rockets. I knew that. Okay, so I know who he is.
The Rockets have someone that made the All-Star game?
Slam dunk contest.
Is
You
that-
you don't have to be in the All-Star game to be in the dunk contest.
Oh,
It used to be, but we'll go into my take.
all right.
That leads into my take.
All right.
Third best, Trey Murphy, plus 325.
Okay, see?
Nope.
Is it a team that we've already said?
No.
But okay.
Is it the Pacers?
The Charlotte Hornets.
No, but close.
Oh, close.
Yes.
Washington Wizards.
No.
Oh. North or south?
Close in a different kind of way.
Oh, like they suck?
No. Well, yeah, kind of.
Or they're just irrelevant
The
franchise?
Magic?
No, it's a bird.
Oh,
Bird.
the Hawks?
No,
God, what are we doing
the
here?
Pelicans.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
They're close because the Hornets used to be in New
Oh,
Orleans.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got it.
That okay.
I get it. I get it.
All right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
Last.
sense. Is this
Pl-
the person we know, or the person you know?
I mean, I know who he is because he was really good in college. You will never guess what team he plays for. Mac McClung, plus 550.
Can you say that last name one more time?
McClung.
Trailblazers.
No.
Lakers.
He used to play for them. I think he was drafted by them.
The Bulls?
No.
Magic.
No.
Okay.
Um,
Dallas.
the Nets?
Wizards.
All right. You just want to
Yeah, yeah.
plays for the Delaware Blue Coats of the NBA G League.
You got to be shitting
That's how
me,
big
dog.
of a joke
You got to be
the
shitting me,
NBA
dog.
dunk contest is.
How have you? Did he play at Tennessee?
No, he played at Texas Tech
Okay.
and Georgetown, I believe. But that's how big of a joke this thing has become.
That-
They have to call up G Leaguers to do this, and it's like this used to be something.
I
now-
remember. I remember in high school during the NBA All Star game, the slam dunk contest. I don't remember who did it, but somebody jumped over or like dunked over a car.
Blake Griffin
Blake Griffin.
dunked over a Kia Optima.
Yeah, and I was like, this is silly.
But it was
I'm in
awesome.
high
That's
school.
awesome.
Yeah,
I was like, this is kind of like kitschy. Like this is just like.
but
too,
it's
like,
fun.
I
I
know.
thought it was awesome.
Like that's all. Like it was supposed to be fun, but now you
Yeah.
get guys opting out, like not opting out, but declining the invite because they don't want to get hurt. If you're afraid,
These guys dunk every day.
if you're afraid to get hurt in the dunk contest, you're bitch made.
Yeah.
Then why? Are you,
I
like,
agree.
Ja Morant. I'm sorry, Ja. I love you, but if you turn that down because you think you're going to get hurt, then stop just dunking every other possession. If you're that afraid you're going to get hurt,
I
don't-
see highlights of that man putting his body on the line every single night.
this is like if the guys who like are the best dunkers in the league were in this would be like the best product ever in terms of like how far the NBA has come.
Yeah.
And it's just like a joke now. Like nobody cares.
I kind of think all All-Star breaks are jokes. In the NHL, if you want to like opt out of the All-Star game, you're getting suspended for a game.
Mhm.
You get like they're like, "Hey, if you don't want to play this, you're not playing in a game that actually matters." I think that's pretty fucked up. I think that's pretty
I kind of like
Stupid.
it. Like it is dumb, but like if we want to make the game mean something,
But like,
Yeah.
it's just like, why are we trying? Why are they trying so hard? It's like nobody cares about this.
yeah, I
Like,
mean,
Nobody watches the Pro Bowl. Nobody
They don't even-
cares about the MLB All-Star game. Nobody cares about the NBA All-Star game. Nobody especially gives a shit about the NHL All-Star game.
And
Because
see,
it's all a joke.
the MLB All-Star Game was the last one that actually meant something because it used to be whoever won got to host the World Series. They would have.
I did not know that.
They had-
That's actually
that
really
was
cool.
like up until I forget how, but somewhat recently, it's like the winner of the All-Star Game. That league had home field advantage in the World Series.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they just stopped doing that for whatever reason because baseball, but whatever. But I mean, yeah, you're right. Every All-Star Game is a joke.
I honestly think they're kind of for kids.
They are now.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
I remember liking like all-star stuff like as a kid,
Yeah.
but like now I'm kind of like I really don't care. Like and I know like and it's these are the best of the best. These are the best players in each individual sport. And it's supposed to be like really really awesome. But like it's too easy. Nobody cares.
And I get, like, to an extent, the player's perspective. Like, you don't want to get hurt
Yeah.
in a meaningless game. But,
For sure.
like, I don't know. It's for the fans.
Yeah. I
So,
mean,
like,
honestly, if like the NHL or the NBA or the MLB wants to do like an all-star game, I don't think they should do it in the middle of the season. They
at
should
the
do
end.
it like the NFL, where it's after the conference championships,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
where if you're in the finals, then yeah, you can automatically opt out and not be penalized for it. But if you get selected as an all-star, this is a game where you have time to recover and you can just have fun. And I think that would be the better option. I don't get having an all-star break in the season. And I know it gives certain players like a longer it gives players bye weeks
Mhm.
essentially where they can go on vacation or do this and that, but I don't know. Like I don't know. Getting kind of heated up right now, honestly.
I don't have a very strong opinion on the.
I didn't really
on
think
all-star
I didn't really
stuff.
think I did, and then I just started talking.
I was just thinking about the slam dunk contest, and I was like, how cool it used to be, and now we have guys. We're calling up guys from the G League to be in this.
Yeah, see, like that's
It's all
ridiculous.
because like guys, I assume the reasoning is because they don't want to get hurt, even though you're doing amazing dunks every night. Like if it's bitch made stuff, honestly,
John Morant is literally flying through the air.
on a nightly basis, multiple times on a nightly basis.
Yeah.
And I'm not just trying to call him out. He was just the first one. Like he does it like all the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's any dunk, like all these guys who would get invited, obviously do it every night. So like, stop doing. Just lay it up then. If you're afraid to get hurt dunking, a
Yeah.
layup's still 2 points.
It's
Uh,
just
I was thinking about that earlier today, and I was getting pissed off when I saw Mac McClung was in the like. No offense to him, he might go out and ball out now that I say it, but like,
He might win the whole damn thing.
and I would be so happy for him if he does. I'll be so happy. But it's just a joke that he's there.
he heard us chirping him.
I'm not chirping him. I'm chirping the players
He's got a chip on his shoulder.
who are. I mean, yeah. I might bet on him to win now, honestly.
Let's do it. That'll be the pick for Friday.
That's my pick, actually.
That's-
yeah. Mac McClung.
We need a pick to give out on Friday.
Mac McClung.
Let's do it.
Let me pull it back up.
You know what?
550 to win the dunk contest.
I'll do it. I don't care.
put a half uni on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's, I don't know. It like the All-Star game, like the All-Star stuff for sports is cool. Like it's supposed to be cool.
It used to be.
It used to be cool.
Now it's like
And also, don't get me wrong. Like, if you are named a Pro Bowler or an All-Star, that means something.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely means
Yes,
something
it means
for like
something
your credentials.
to be selected,
Yes,
but it means nothing.
it
to
means
play in the
nothing to
game.
play.
And it's like, yeah, and we think that now because the players think that. And it's again, I get why they think that, but if they don't give a shit, why the hell should we give a shit?
Yeah, I mean, they're losing their audience by like losing their players,
Mhm.
honestly, and that's just kind of where I'm coming from.
I mean,
in
hell,
all
like
this.
the
And it's
NFL
just
had
like
their they had water balloon toss.
dodgeball.
Like the dodgeball thing was least entertaining. I didn't watch it. I saw clips on Twitter, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But if I had to watch that whole thing, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I saw a TikTok today that was like in like the All-Star events for the NFL today versus like 20 years ago, and it was just clips from the water balloon toss like this year, and then under it was what I assumed to be a defensive lineman for the Cowboys just repping 225 over
like the-
40 times.
He's like at the combine, but
yeah, but it's the All-Star stuff.
but it's like a 30-year-old man.
Yeah, it's a Pro Bowl stuff.
It's different.
Yeah, and like there's like a bleacher filled with people behind him, just like
Just hyping him up.
yes,
Just being his boys.
yeah, and like that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like I would love something like that.
Yeah.
I would love something like that. I would love something that would grasp my attention.
The one thing, though, the one all-star event across all sports, though, that still is electric is the home run derby.
Absolutely.
We'll
I will
never-
say that
Mhm.
that is awesome. I had the home run derby video game
Yeah.
on GameCube. I think it was like 2002 All-Star or home run derby.
Mhm.
Man, I played that shit till it broke.
That game.
That game
just-
rocked.
I
And
mean,
like
the
as
home run
like
derby itself. Yeah, I went to one when it was the All-Star Games in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
2015, I think it was. I went, and it was bananas. Like a Reds player won the most electric sporting event I have ever been to.
right.
It's awesome. I highly recommend. If you get a chance to go to a home run derby, go. It's so much fun. I was this close to catching a ball.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like hit like 3 rows ahead of me, and it was, of course, like I mean, it's sold out, so it was like
Yeah.
I would have to jump over 30 people, and I was like, I think it was
child.
18,
Oh,
I think.
never
But it was still, I highly recommend going,
Noted.
Hell yeah.
and it's the best.
I might try and go to the draft, the NHL draft.
I think that would be
This year.
pretty tight.
I don't. Nothing against the NHL. I don't know if I like the NFL draft when it came to Nashville. I didn't go, but it looked awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have a desire to go to any draft. I feel like it'd be like,
I'm just a hockey guy. and
yeah, and
like,
I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm just saying me personally. I'm not, I feel like it'd be fun for like the first 5 picks and be like, all right, I'm done. I want to go home now.
Yeah.
Like if I was at the NFL draft and I'd be like, okay, those are the first, like, those are the good guys. After that, I'd stay maybe for the Titans, and after that, all right, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, like, I try and keep up with the NHL prospects. It's really hard to do that because it is just harder to view anything that the prospects do, just because like their feeder system is just so different. It's not
there's
just
also-
college.
I mean, yeah, it's not just college. There are kids in
I mean, they're
there
everywhere.
are kids in Lithuania that are
Yeah.
like top 10 prospects,
Mhm.
and you're like, it's so hard to find like actual information about them
Mhm.
because they're thousands of miles away, and you're like, who is this kid? I can't even say his last name.
Mhm.
So I mean, but I think my dad went to the draft when it was last year, the NHL draft,
Oh, yeah.
and there's like a lot of like hockey stars that are there, and
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure like
just, like-
they would have cool things.
yeah, and it's
But-
Nashville, so
Just in terms of like going to a draft, I don't.
it would only be like one day. It wouldn't be like
Yeah.
the whole.
You're not
Oh,
going
no.
for all 7 rounds.
Yeah.
To be honest, it'd probably just me be walking outside. like,
I mean, it'd be cool to be like in the stone.
Yeah.
And watching that whole first round
Yeah, that'd be cool.
because, depending on what the Predators do this season, it could be interesting for us.
We'll get like a 15th overall, just
Yeah.
like we normally do.
Yeah.
And probably draft a defenseman.
I mean, we kind of need one, but
I know, but we always draft defensemen.
yeah, well,
Like, yeah, now, yes, but like that's just we got some defensemen. Okay, cool.
that we won't see for 3 years.
Yeah, that's the thing too with hockey prospects. You're like, when someone gets called up, you're like, oh, I remember you from like when you were drafted like 5 years ago.
Yeah. They're this is only a little bit related, but I love like getting notifications on my phone from like the Predators drafting someone like in the later rounds that just has a crazy name.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Who is that?
Gunnar Wolf
Gunnar
Yes.
Wolf.
Fontaine.
yes.
Where's he at now?
He
He got traded.
no,
What are we doing?
I thought so.
No, he's
Oh, okay.
he's still in college. He's at
I thought we traded.
I think he's at Northwestern.
But like we still have the rights to him.
Pretty sure.
I'm gonna look him up.
I think
Because if not, then we need to fire Poyle tonight.
yeah. I think you're thinking of another ex-Predators prospect.
Mishmash.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, that's
I think
who
you're thinking
that,
of him.
It was either Fontaine or Mishmash who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But
I wish we could have kept him.
that's such a cool name.
He was. I don't even think he was that good.
No, he wasn't. I went to like some preseason games where he like played, and I was like, this kid sucks. Like,
Yeah. But like, it's an all-time name,
it's an all-time hockey name.
Gunnar Wolf Fontaine. I hope that kid makes it.
We still have the rights to him. He's in Northwestern.
Tight.
We haven't signed him yet, but obviously because he's still in college.
Yeah.
Or Northeastern, excuse me.
Northeastern.
Mm.
He's American too. That's wild.
Dude, let's rock.
He's from Jersey.
Let's go. Fontaine? Yeah, that's a Jersey
But
last name.
Gunnar Wolf?
Yeah, that's
That's not a normal name.
That's not
at
an
all.
anything name.
Yeah, that's not an anything name.
that's some crazy Italian family.
I
Who's
was
just like,
thinking,
name
like,
him Gunnar Wolf.
I was thinking like Eastern European, like something like Czech or something. Okay, that guy shot an AK when he was 7 years old.
I know that the college hockey playoffs are either about to start or will start soon.
That's pretty electric from what I've seen.
Frozen Four.
Frozen Four
rocks.
is awesome. I might dabble into betting on that.
Highly, 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 highly slept on sports
Mhm.
moments.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a good like series.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's they just had the bean pot. That's what it was.
The hell is that?
It's
Talk to me like I know what that is.
I wasn't talking to you like you knew what it is. It's like I think it's like a bunch of
You don't know what the bean pot is?
I think it's a bunch of schools in New England
Makes sense.
doing like a tournament. I don't know.
And it's called the Bean Pot.
It's called the bean
That's
pot.
awesome.
I think they just got done with that.
I can tell you right now. I can smell what that locker room smells like.
Oh, God.
Like right now.
It's probably
I
really
can
bad.
I can vividly picture what that locker room smells like.
Probably smells like sweat and zin.
Paint,
Cigarettes.
cigarettes, beer.
I said zin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
Zin.
Couple packs of Zinskis.
Couple Zinsies for the boys.
Yes.
You like the Zinnernator over here, bud.
I like that, but I know that Minnesota's really good this year. Not Minnesota Duluth, but regular Minnesota. I know they're very good. They have Logan Cooley, who I think was drafted last year or will be drafted this year. He is on fire. I know that Michigan has this kid named Fantilli. He's great. I think he's leading the entire college league in points. I think he's at Michigan.
Is he going to win the Hobie Baker? Do you think?
I think so. Him or Cooley. Either of them are going to win
Those
it.
are your two top.
And that's not a hot take.
Okay.
But
I wasn't going to press you on it.
yeah.
Well, actually, I think.
It's more for the viewers.
I think it's this guy at Vandy
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah.
Plays in the SPHL.
The Frozen Four playoffs, or even the playoffs before, like the Frozen Four, which is the final four teams.
Mhm.
It is electric. Like all these like Big Ten schools, if you just like tune into like a game, like a college hockey game, in like these Big Ten schools,
Yeah,
or
up,
like
up north.
up north, or like Pac-12 schools, like it is
It's like a football game.
it's like SEC football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is electric.
Mhm.
There's the band is there. There's like chants that like you hear at like
It rocks, dude.
England soccer games.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And they all have cages on, so they all feel tougher than they actually are.
Mhm.
And they just act like they don't take no shit from no one because they have cages on.
Yeah.
I don't think there's fighting.
Also, the lettuce on these boys
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
are
Yeah.
unmatched.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, and they celebrate hard.
Good.
It is.
They're just hot-headed kids, like just having fun.
Just boys.
Yeah, I think one celebration went viral from like Arizona State like 5 or 6 years ago.
They have a hockey team.
Yeah.
They're
Oh yeah,
pretty
that's where the
good, though.
Yotes
They're pretty
play.
good.
Yeah.
They're a pretty good team. Dude scores a goal, skates, does a full Yui, takes his stick, rows it
I remember
Kayak
like a
it.
canoe.
I remember that. Yeah.
I think that went viral. It was.
Didn't the whole line like do it behind him?
I don't think so. I think it
No?
was just him.
I thought that's what.
I remember that. Yeah, that was. I forgot it was Arizona State.
Yeah, it was
That's
Arizona
awesome.
State. Yeah.
Which
I think his name was Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker.
Hell of a name.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it was Johnny Walker. But
is
yeah,
that like a nursery rhyme or something?
no, it's a
It's a liquor.
it's a liquor.
Oh,
Whiskey.
right.
Yeah.
I should know that.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But yeah, I think that might be up it
Yeah.
for us.
I think that's a good
We
stopping.
covered all our bases.
I
Yeah.
think so.
I didn't think I would be talking about college hockey today.
I have one more question for the panel before we leave. Are we betting on the XFL?
No.
I'll dabble.
Okay, let's go.
I have to.
I
I,
mean,
have to.
I guess-
I have to pick a team.
Okay, I do
have
too.
To, I have to actually like pick a team to like kind of root for.
I might
think.
go back to my Roughnecks, but this is a completely different team. There's
Mm-hmm.
no PJ Walker, so these aren't my Houston Roughnecks. But we'll see. I might. I'll probably default to them, or the Vegas Vipers are catching my eye, just because that's a dope ass name.
I don't. Can you pull up their team names?
Yeah. Some of them are kind of stupid, but I remember off the top of my head.
It's like St. Louis Battlehawks.
Yeah, that they were in the last
Yeah.
rendition. There's the Seattle Sea Dragons. That one's a pretty sick name.
I might do. I mean, that one is catching my ears.
That one's pretty. Battlehawks,
cool.
Sea Dragons, San Antonio Brahmas.
Let me see that real quick.
You take a look.
I guess I won't for sure say no on betting the XFL.
I'm going to.
Dude, who designed these logos? They look awful.
Yeah.
These are all
Well,
terrible.
it's still the XFL, man.
I know.
Like
It ain't exactly the show.
yeah.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, do better. This is awful. These are awful.
Some of
dude.
them are kind of cool,
Spencer Strassmore struck again.
but yeah. I mean, I bet on the USF, not like religiously, but every now and then I bet on the USFL last year. So I'll probably dabble in the XFL.
I will say that I will not indefinitely say no. Did that make sense?
Should we turn this into we could turn this just into an XFL betting show.
I'm not gonna do that. I cannot follow the XFL. I have too many like other real sports to follow.
Well, there's only 8 teams, so it's just like 3 games. Help me with that. 4 games a week. Well, I guess bye weeks eventually.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's not like hard to keep up with.
yeah, but I don't know. It's not like
I might I need to go back through the rosters go through the rosters and see like if there's some washed up NFL player who I'm like, yes.
I think I'm gonna go San Antonio. Head coach Hines Ward.
Holy shit.
what was their name?
The Brahmas.
The Barabbas.
The Brahmas.
Yeah, or however you pronounce it.
They're like
what the hell's a Brahma?
It's I think it. Well, their logo looks like one of the bull like cow skulls you find in the middle of a desert.
Oh, okay.
It's also named after The Rock because his wrestling nickname was the Brahma Bull.
I'm in.
So
100%.
it's The Rock's team.
You smell what the Rock is cooking. You don't think they're gonna win the whole damn thing that first year?
That does make sense, actually. How do you say their head coach?
Go to their.
Oh, never mind. Seattle Sea Dragons. My team. Josh Gordon's on the team.
Flash.
Titans legend Josh Gordon.
Can you smoke weed in the XFL?
I'd be surprised.
Well, I guess you can
I'd be
smoke weed in the
surprised
NFL
if there
now.
were no rules in the. It's kind of like just don't let it affect your play.
Yeah. I saw. We're gonna end on this, but I saw a thing today that there are 3 different types of extra point conversions you can do. Like you can take the
Yeah, this
extra
one?
point, which is 1 point, or you can line up at the one for scrimmage play for 2 points, which is a regular 2-point conversion, or you can line up at the 10-yard line for 3 points.
I think the USFL did that.
Is that the USFL?
Yeah, the XFL might have adopted. I have
No,
fucking
I think you're right. I think it
But
was
the USFL did it last year.
Okay,
'Cause I remember
so we can
Jeff.
just cut that out then.
I remember Jeff Fisher was the first one to go for a 3-point play. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I don't know if they got it or anything. I just remember seeing that.
Well, I think that's gonna be it for us.
Yeah, I think we covered every sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
I call it Superbowl to the XFL.
Yep.
A to Z.
Damn straight.
Well, we'll be back next week.
With our official XFL picks.
I don't. We'll see.
I might have a couple just for fun.
But that's going to be it for us. Thank you so much for watching and liking, commenting, subscribing. If you interact with this in any way, it really helps us out. Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter for just daily picks
Yeah.
across the sports world.
Yep. I'm going to start getting back into hockey. I've been doing hockey, but I've been kind of busy these past few days. And Sean, I think you had a bad prop day, but
I did.
But
Happens.
happens to the best of us. All right, Sean, what is the promo code?
Promo code, as always, is Money3, MONEY3. When you use the code Money3 on the Action 24/7 Sportsbook, you will receive a $250 risk-free bet on your first bet. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply, and we will see you next week.
That's right. We'll see you next week. This is 3 for the money. There's 3 of us. Now let's make some money.
Woo! Woo!
Ah!